Welcome back to A News. We now shift our focus to a regional story for discussion. World leaders are gathering in Yerevan for the European Political Community Summit as Armenia hosts the high-level forum. Alongside the summit, Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan has met with the OSCE Secretary General, highlighting ongoing diplomatic engagement and security and regional stability. The developments come at a time when the South Caucasus remains a focal point for dialogue, with broader questions surrounding peace processes, connectivity and international involvement. Now let's bring in our guest, Associate Professor Orkan Valiev, Head of Department at Khazar University, joining us from Baku, Azerbaijan. Professor Orkan, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me. It's a great pleasure.
So the European Political Community Summit is being hosted in Yerevan. How significant is this moment for Armenia diplomatically, and what does the EPC platform actually aim to deliver beyond symbolism?
Thanks again. I think it's a great opportunity for the future of the country. I mean, Armenia. In order to diversify the relations and as an independent the country that the Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan has repeatedly emphasized at different platforms. Therefore, I think it's the great opportunity for the country's future. So, as you emphasized at the beginning, Armenia is hosting the high level of leaders within the framework of the summit, including the Prime Minister of Canada as well. And also, they will have an opportunity to discuss different kinds of the issues, and also throughout the independence history. I mean, the 35 years. It's I think it was the first the global international the summit that Armenia is being hosted by Armenia. And then they brought the high level of leaders within the European Union and to Armenia, so including the General Secretary of the Organization of Security and the Cooperation in Europe as well. So they will have an opportunity to discuss the issues in terms of the region and also the global issues that maybe will be able to contribute to the establishment of the peace regionally and globally. So this is a great opportunity for Armenia.
But the EPC, on the other hand, has been described as a forum for strategic dialogue rather than decision-making of any kind. So in practical terms, what can countries in regions like the South Caucasus realistically gain from it?
Yeah, we can analyze the questions in terms of the Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan's opening the speech. For example, the focus on the regional peace and the global peace. He said that that's opening the ceremony that just Azerbaijan and Armenia, now as the peacetime, we started to live in the peacetime. We have peace with Azerbaijan, and we started to strengthen and institutionalize the peace in the region. And also, he said that I hope that the summit will contribute not just to the regional peace, and also international peace in terms of Ukraine and in Middle East the issue. So therefore, I think it's quite one of the positive steps. The hosting the European Union, the Community Summit in Europe.
And President Ilham Aliyev stated that Azerbaijan supported holding the EPC summit in Armenia and even invited members to Baku in 2028. How should we interpret this in terms of signalling the broader peace narrative?
Yeah, the President Aliyev, in his the speech where he joined online, that now there is a real the peace between Azerbaijan and Armenia, and we started to go to live in peace and learning from the process since the last the Washington summit, which is just 9 months, the peacetime between two nations, which is quite an historic, and also Azerbaijan supported Armenia's candidacy for the summit, and Armenia supported Azerbaijan's the candidacy for the upcoming the summit in 2028. And the Prime Minister emphasized that he's joined the respective summit, which is going to be held in Azerbaijan, in Baku as well. So I think this is quite enough the positive the process, because the Washington summit was the milestone and also the breakthrough towards the establishment of the peace between the two nations, which is quite strategic steps for the future of the region, not just the between two nations. So I think, yes, with the President Aliyev's deliver and the points that he emphasized during his speech, quite enough important, and that Azerbaijan did.
And have we seen any reactions to the statement by Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev from the European Parliament in particular?
Sorry, I couldn't hear very well.
Have we had any reactions come through after the speech delivered by President Ilham Aliyev, particularly from the European Parliament?
I think ahead of the speech and having the summit in Yerevan, it is already the achievement, because I think the contribute to the establishment of the Trump Road or Zangezur corridor for peace and prosperity that has been mentioned by Prime Minister Pashinyan as well. So therefore, I think. This is the strategic, the positive, the steps towards the future of the region, connectivity, not just the signing of the peace agreement, the connectivity, so which just includes economic cooperation that makes the region as a transit hub. So that will contribute to the cooperation between two nations, which is the critical issue, because without the economic and cultural economic cooperation, the political achievements will be just meaningless. So therefore, I think it is quite enough the positive steps towards the process, because it has been mentioned by the Prime Minister that we are working on the establishment of the Trump Road.
Okay, one last question, Professor Orkan. Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan also met with the OSCE Secretary General on the sidelines. Briefly, what does this tell us about Armenia's current diplomatic priorities?
Yes, the Secretary General Feridun Sinirlioğlu visited Armenia is in Yerevan on the occasion of his visit, his participation at the summit. So they met the summit, so then focused on the strengthening the relation with Armenia, and also the strategy towards the contributing to the peace in the region, which is the critical in the future of the region. So I think this the meeting, and also ahead of other meetings, the Prime Minister Pashinyan's meetings with the leaders, they will bring the strategic opportunities for Armenia, and also the peace process as well.
Okay. Professor Orkan Valiev, thank you so much for joining us on the program. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for the analysis.
My pleasure.